better life so that your children can also live in a better world.
Most people live an or life, and I believe that we believe that the dream life is about having an and life.
I can have all of them instead of just picking one at a time.
This is your map, and your map is what Tony taught me way back in the days is your massive action plan. And day one, which is today, is all about live your dream life, right? Living your dream life is about awakening your vision. Living your old life will cost you your dream life. And that is where we call a designed life. A designed life that says, I design my life first, and then I'm gonna build a business to fund and fuel it. That's when we realize, oh my God, time is the most valuable resource, the most valuable thing that we actually own, because we don't get more of it. You bring the fire, we'll bring the framework. Yesterday, we identified the destination of your dream life. Today, we activate your true identity and lean into your dream self, the person who gets to live it. Day two is about love your dream self. You have to love your dream self in order to activate your true identity. Today, we start with the 3 levels of being, because today is about your dream self. And if you lean into your dream self, this is now faith. The formula for happiness is where your external life conditions, your external reality, your results of your life actually match your internal desires.
Actually, in most pieces, I would say 70 to 80%, if we work on you.
All right, we are live, and today we are live talking about how to become an anywhere entrepreneur, how to live, to work, to earn from anywhere. I am super excited to be here with you guys. Imagine waking up every single day and you have the freedom to live, to work, and to earn from anywhere. You're in your favorite cities, you're on a beach, you're on a mountain cabin, you're at a pool. Wherever you are is a choice that you made to actually be there. And you're actually still able to do what you love and generate the revenue that you actually desire. Most people think this is impossible, but the truth is it's completely achievable. Today, I'm actually going to show you how to structure your life and business so that location does not limit your income or your actual lifestyle. So again, welcome to Anywhere Entrepreneur Live. We are all about the freedompreneur way, the freedom to live, to work, to earn from anywhere in the world, and identifying what freedom and fulfillment looks like for you is vital to achieving the freedompreneur way. I've actually been traveling and running my business remotely for almost 7 years now. As a matter of fact, I just arrived here in Taito City, Japan, just a few hours ago, tuning in live to you guys here today, just really outside of Tokyo. So it's Taito City, Japan, Tokyo. So a little jet lagged, but still here with you guys because I love being here with you guys to share with you guys. I've actually helped hundreds of entrepreneurs transition from trading time for money to building systems that work while they live life on their terms. So that's you, and that's what you want. And this live is actually for you. So last live was about I talked about the way to wealth, right? Laws, and the number one law of the way to wealth is to have what we call the law of large numbers, right? Have a large enough number of people to actually sell to. This live is about unlocking your freedom so that you can scale without being tied to one location. If this resonates with you, you like with this video, like this video, comment, and as well as subscribe. It would really help us out, and we promise that we'll keep making better and better content for you. Early in my business, so this year, this December of this year will be our 21 years in business. And for the first literally 14 years, I ran my business the wrong way. I thought location independence was just about working from coffee shops, but I quickly realized that freedom is about building systems, strategy, and structure. Over the last 3 months, as an example, I visited 9 countries so far, 17 different cities. And the best part, revenue kept coming in, clients were served, and my team operated like clockwork, all while I was actually traveling, right? That's the real power of being an anywhere entrepreneur. The business runs without you being tied to a desk or to a city. And by the end of this live, you'll know how to design and live life on your own terms, how to create an offer that sells from anywhere, and how to build a business that funds and fuels your dream life, and ultimately how to actually delegate and automate. Okay, so type anywhere in the comment section if you want to run your business from anywhere that can make money from any location. Type anywhere and also comment where you're actually tuning in from. We are generally interested in where you are and what's really going on with you, and hope that today's live can help you close the gap between where you are and where you actually want to be. Right. So here's a problem. Just like me, for the first 14 years, I started this business to provide this, to provide an amazing lifestyle for myself. I found myself really working for my business instead of my business working for me. I was always in my business instead of working on it. And I was basically the best self-employed job. That's really what it was, right? And I built a business that was more of a prison than a palace, right? I did not build a business that served my life. I built a business that actually stole from it, right? You're listening to this, you're feeling stuck, right? Working from one place. Your revenue depends entirely on your presence. Leads and clients stall when you're not physically there, right? Frustration with lack of freedom, feeling trapped and overworked, fear of scaling without losing control. And that's why today we're going to dive into really the three steps that you really need to take right away to ensure that not only are you just building financial wealth for yourself, but you're also doing it fulfilled, and at the same time being able to have that freedom as well, right? Without sacrificing anything that's important in your life, including yourself. Okay, so all right, so let's dive right into it. The very first thing is identify and design, what does living life on your terms look like? That's where it starts. Identify and design, what does living life on your terms look like? It's kind of like a road trip, right? We have to know, like a GPS. We have to punch in. What's the first thing we have to punch in? We punch in the destination, right? Where is it that we want to go? So your dream life, it kind of looks like that. Life on your terms, like that. What does that actually look like in 2019? After again 14 years of entrepreneurship, I was like, man, this is not the way to live, right? This is not the way to run business. This is not the way to live your very best life. So I asked myself a different question. I said, if time and money were no longer an issue, how would we be living? So me and my wife really sat down and really figured out, where are we, right? What are we doing there? Who are we with? Why are we there? Before we found the how to make it happen, right? So we uh, our answer to that question was we wanted to be a family. At that time, my son Alexander was 4 years old. Troy was 2 years old, and I was super like stressed. I was overworked. I was always working, and we decided that from that day forward, we were going to be a family that goes where we want, when we want, stay as long as we want, bring as many people as we want. Right? That's 2019. Okay, so we designed our life first. We said, okay, we want to live life, a limitless life, no limits, right? Um, we want to have houses in multiple cities. At that time, cities, states, right? We didn't realize that we would have houses now internationally as well, right? So we now have houses in. We just finished our house in Malaysia. Just built it in Malaysia. Purchased a house 2 years ago in Laos. Have a house in Dallas area as well, and we're looking at some more couple more different properties as well. Where I grew up in Minnesota, thinking about doing that as well. So, um, but that's it. That's for us. That's what freedom looks like, right? Go where we want, when we want, stay as long as we want, bring as many people as we want. That's our family model. That's life on our terms, right? We contributions huge to us. So we want to, wherever we go, we want to give back. We want to always keep growing as well. So we're always part of masterminds, coaching, go to events. We love that. Me and my wife love that. And then most importantly, we wanted to live a life where there's an abundance of love and connection, right, between me and my wife and our kids and family and friends. So that's kind of the basic human needs that we want to fulfill in ourselves. So we kind of designed that, and then we made a decision. That's how we're going to live, right? That's how we're going to. Now that we know the destination, that's it. That's how we want to live. And then the second step of this is then you create an irresistible offer, right? Create an irresistible offer that adds value to the marketplace. So at that time, this is the beginning of 2020, we decided, okay, that's how we want to live life. Now um, we need to sell something, right? We need something to fund this, right? So what type of an offer can we make instead of just running a business and having products and services? We said, what's an irresistible offer that we can actually create and take it out to the marketplace? So we launched our coaching business and our virtual assistants business. So at that time, 2020, we had been working with our virtual assistants from the Philippines for 10 years, right? So we hired our very first VA in 2010, and we built every single business with virtual assistants. We were delegating tasks to them. We didn't delegate as much as we wanted to, but in 2020, we're like, you know what? We're going to delegate everything to them, right? Um, so but before we did that, we said we have to find something to sell, right? Something that we um something that we actually know, we're an expert at this. It's also something that we love, and this is who we are, right? We're not trying to show up and become anybody else. So we launched two businesses. We launched, one is our virtual assistant business. We said let's provide this as a service, since we've actually been able to delegate to VAs for our own life and business. Why not provide this as a service for companies in the US that they're looking to maybe decrease their payroll, and get certain tasks done that can be done remotely with a remote team, right? So we launched our VA business, and then I said, we've been running business now for, at that time, 14 years, almost 15 years, and I said, we've ran business the wrong way. We also have ran business the right way. So what can we do to teach and coach other people how to actually avoid mistakes that we made, and how to actually speed up their success, how to create systems and processes, how to build a business that can free up their time instead of steal from it, right? So we launched those two businesses. So we knew that the marketplace needed um, things to get done, right? Tasks and to dos and things that can be done with a team that can work remotely from a computer, just as long as they need a laptop, a computer, an internet connection. That's why we launched a VA business. And then at the same time, things are getting done, but it's also um, less expensive than having somebody locally in the market, like in the US, right? And then coaching people in their businesses, launching new businesses, growing businesses, systematizing business to scale. We said we could do that. We've done it ourselves. And we definitely, the best part about our coaching offer is we can really help people avoid mistakes that we've actually made, right? So we launched our irresistible offer that we know that would add value to the marketplace. So that was step two. Okay. And then step three is build a system dependent business around answering these three questions. Who do you want to sell to? Where are you going to make your offer, this irresistible offer that you actually created? And then how? After the yes, after clients say yes to you, how are you going to work with them, right? So this is very important for you to free up yourself for you to actually have freedom. One of my rules is I always say, don't sell an offer that will enslave your future time, right? Don't sell an offer that will enslave your future time. Prior to 2020, we sold products, we sold services, we were in the electronics industry, we were in real estate. We sold things, we generated revenue from things that actually enslaved our time. We had to physically be there, had to physically be there based on the location. We had to physically be there based on our role and responsibility within our own company. So now it's like, okay, this thing that we're going to create, this irresistible offer, let's really identify who should be buying this. Who do we help? Who do we serve? Who are we called to actually serve? And once we identify who they are, then it's like deciding, okay, now we know who to sell to, where are we going to sell it? right? Where are we going to sell that again does not enslave our future time, right? I remember when I was in real estate, I would do all these short, like 1 hour, 1.5 hour seminars, and invite people to like a hotel, and we would be in the conference room. We would just deliver value, then would make offers. Well, that deciding to sell in that particular using that method, that enslaved my time. I had to physically be there in the city that I was actually trying to sell my real estate coaching program about, right, or my real estate raising capital and things like that. So that's not a good place. So we decided which is um, uh, entrepreneurs who are generating, who are what we call money rich, who are generating about 20 to $50,000 per month, and they're looking to go from 6 figures to 7 figures. So we really clearly identified who they are. They're money rich, but they're time poor, right? We decided where we're going to make the offer as well. So was it going to be a physical event? We're going to invite people to a hotel conference room, right, and make an offer. An event, a physical event like that. We said no, we're going to do it virtual, right? We can go online. So we started doing webinars, master classes, doing virtual events, challenges, and that's why we said, well, that's where we're going to make the offer. And then the last piece of this is how. When the client says yes to you, how are you going to work with them? Um, at the beginning stages of this, I started working with people one-on-one, and I realized that I can't scale one-on-one, right? Because my time is limited. I started acquiring 10, 15 clients at every given time. Now my schedule's full, so I had to tweak and figure out how do I work with clients after they say yes. So then we move to the group coaching model, as well as the automated model, where we actually created things for people to learn at kind of their own self pace, at their own time, at their own pace. But then we also move also to the mastermind model, where we bring, one to many model, where people come to one space and we just deliver over the next 2 3 days, and then that's it, right? Or our coaching calls became shifting from one-on-one to actually group coaching. Like, for example, we do group coaching every single week. I run a call every Tuesday, and I can run that from anywhere in the world. And Phyllis, my wife, runs her coaching call on Wednesdays, and again, we can run it from anywhere in the world as well. As a matter of fact, I ran one yesterday before we left um, the United States to come to Japan, right? We were in Seattle, so our transit yesterday was in Seattle, and it worked out. I scheduled my whole travel plans around the coaching call. So Tuesday I hopped on this morning, yesterday morning, getting my days confused. Yesterday morning at 9 a.m. Right, Central Time. That's my coaching hours, which was 7 a.m. Pacific time, because we were in Seattle, and my flight wasn't until 3:30 p.m. So I had time to hop on my coaching calls again. I did that from anywhere I want. And then today, my wife is actually running her coaching call right now in the time frames in the States, Wednesday morning at 9, which is 11 p.m. here in Japan, right? So she's running it, from our Airbnb right now, right? So she's coaching our clients on that call. So again, that's how we decided to actually work with clients, right? So again, step one is identify and decide what does life, right? What does living life on your terms look like? That's the first thing. And you got to know what the destination look like. Just like us, go where we want, when we want, stay as long as we want, bring as many people as we want. That's freedom to us. Create an irresistible offer that adds value to the marketplace. One of the things that I always talk about is your irresistible offer is your financial wealth, right? Your freedom is where, what does life look like on your terms? The freedom, the financial wealth is what's that irresistible offer that really adds value to the marketplace. Because if you find that you create that and it adds massive value to the marketplace, then you're going to generate massive income, right? You're going to build your financial wealth. And then third is build a system dependent business of who, where, and how. You have to make sure that you're also doing things according to ensure that you are also fulfilled, right? That you're doing something that you actually love as well, right? So those are the three things. Okay, so yeah, type in the chat right now which area is your biggest challenge here as you're learning of these three things, right? Comment below for us. We definitely are very genuinely interested in knowing as well. Um, Today's assignment for you is very, very simple, right? Map out your actual own life and business, right? What does living a life by design look like for you? That's the first question. What does that look like for you, right? Design it, right? And then second, what is the irresistible offer that you can actually sell to the marketplace? And then third is who. Who are you going to sell this to? Where are you going to make this offer, right? That it doesn't, again, slave your future time. And then how? When clients say yes to you, how are you going to actually work with them to ensure that you can actually live, work, and earn from anywhere? And that is how you become an anywhere entrepreneur. Okay, so if you want guided support in this, building your location independent business, one of the things I'm going to invite you to is join our Time Rich Challenge. We have one coming up literally like in the next week or so here. You're going to learn how to build your dream life and dream business that funds and fuels it, right? We'll help you create a business that runs without you physically needing to be present, that you can serve your clients from anywhere, that just like what we've actually been able to do, how to generate predictable revenue by doing, again, turning what you know and love and who you are into an offer, and then built in something that gives you lifestyle freedom as well, right? Not just financial wealth and freedom, but fulfillment as well, but also lifestyle freedom. Okay, so next slide, we're going to go deeper into this because once you, with your offer and know that you want to run your business from anywhere, how do you monetize your offers, right? Monetizing your offers, because your gifts won't make you rich until you learn how to actually offer it. Your gifts won't make you rich until you learn how to actually offer it. That is the next slide's title. Because once you understand how to run a business from anywhere, the next question is, are you offering your expertise the right way to generate income, right? You do not want to miss that. And just like me, I am here in Taito City, Japan, and I'm actually being able to again travel, live, work, earn from anywhere. I'm actually in an internet cafe right now, right? If you don't know the Japan, it can get pretty expensive here. The people who live here, some people actually rent these little internet cafes. So they have smaller rooms, big rooms, and some people actually stay in them 24 hours, and they get showers and food. They can order foods here, all that stuff, and it's less expensive than renting. So some people would actually do that. That comes with internet. I have a membership here, so I come in now. Since we travel the world, we have a membership with this company, so I just come in and do my lives or my work for a couple hours, and I leave, right? So that's what the internet cafe is actually all about. That's the culture here, right, in Japan. So that's where I'm actually at right now. So and next week, you don't want to miss that. We are going to figure out how to actually turn your gifts into riches, right? Until, again, your gifts, if they stay within you, they stay within you. You can't get rich until you actually learn how to actually offer it. And for those of you who are joining us at our Time Rich Challenge, we will see you there. Other than that, we will see you on the next slide. And if this slide resonated with you, I want you to type in freedom as well in the comment section. Let us know where you want to run your business from. That's most important. Where do you want to run your business from? Okay, so have a blessed rest of the week, and we'll see you on the next slide.
Five, four, three, two, one.
The new currency is about demonstrating authenticity.
And our job, I think, is to really help our clients feed their focus and starve their distraction. It's not the amount of money that you make, it's about the time or the speed in which you actually make it.